None of them joined.
Krishna, dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Today's recitals are Panchali Mataji in Sanskrit and Hitesh Prabhuji for English, reciting from Canto 3, Chapter 29, verses 1 to 15. When you are ready, Panchali Mataji, please start with invocation 3 times. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Mataji, and thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to do service. I start with the invocation. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. And this shall we text Mataji? I can't see it on the screen. Devahuti Ruvacha Lakshana Mahad Adina Prakrite Purushasya Cha Swarupam Lakshyate Mesham Yena Tat Paramartikam Yatha Sankeshu Tatitam Yanmulam Tat Prachakshate Bhakti Yogasya Me Margam Ruhi Vishtarascha Prabha.
Hare Krishna, translation. Devahuti inquired, "My dear Lord, you have already very scientifically described the symptoms of the total material nature and the characteristics of the spirit according to Sankhya's system of philosophy. Now I shall request you to explain the path of devotional service, which is the ultimate end of all philosophical systems."
Virago yena purusho Bhagavan sarvato bhavet achakshva jiva lokasya vivita mama samsritihi.
Devahuti continued, "My dear Lord, please also describe in detail, both for me and for the people in general, the continual process of birth and death, for by hearing such calamities, we may become detached from the activities of this material world."
Halaseshvara rupasya haresham cha parasyate svarupam bhata kurvanti yate to kushalam janaha.
Please also describe eternal time, which is a representation of your form and by whose influence people in general engage in the performance of pious activities.
Lokasya mityabhimater achakshushash chiram prasuptasya tamasi anashvaye Shantasya karmasya nuvidhyaya dhiya tvam avirashi khila yoga bhaskaraha.
My dear Lord, you are just like the sun, for you illuminate the darkness of the conditional life of the living entities. Because their eyes of knowledge are not open, they are sleeping eternally in that darkness without your shelter, and therefore they are falsely engaged in by the actions and reactions of their material activities, and they appear to be very fatigued.
Maitreya Vacha iti Maturvacha Shlakshnam Pratinandya Mahamuni Abhavyase Kuru Shrestha Pritastam Karunartitaha.
Sri Maitreya said, O best among the Kurus, the great sage Kapila, moved by the great compassion and pleased by the words of his glorious mother, spoke as follows.
Shri Bhagavan Vacha Bhakti Yoga Bahuvito Marge Bhamini Bhavyate Swabhava Guna Marjena Punsham Bhavo Piti Jate.
Lord Kapila, the personality of Godhead, replied, O noble lady, there are multifarious paths of devotional service in terms of the different qualities of the executor.
Abhisantaya Yohimsam Dambham Matsaryam Edvava Samram Bhina Trikhavam Mai Kuryat Satamasaha.
Devotional service executed by a person who is envious, proud, violent, and angry, and who is a separatist, is considered to be in the mode of darkness.
Vishayan Abhisantaya Yasha Aishvaryam Evava Archatav Archayet Yomam Kritakava Sarajasaha.
The worship of deities in the temple by a separatist with a motive for material enjoyment, fame, and opulence is devotion in the mode of passion.
Karma Nirhara Muktishya Parasmin Vatad Arpanam Yachet Yashtavyam Itiva Kritakava Satvikaha.
When a devotee worships the Supreme Personality of Godhead and offers the results of his activities in order to free himself from the inebriaties of fruitive activities, his devotion is in the mode of goodness.
Matguna Shuti Matrena Mai Sarva Kubhashaye Manogati Abhichina Yatha Kankam Paso Mukuta Lakshanam Bhakti Yogasya Nirgunasya Yutashitam Ahaitukya Vyapahita Ya Bhakti Purushottame.
The manifestation of unadulterated devotional service is exhibited when one's mind is at once attracted to hearing the transcendental name and qualities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is residing in everyone's heart. Just as water of the Ganges flows naturally down towards the ocean, such devotional ecstasy, uninterrupted by any material condition, flows towards the Supreme Lord.
Salukya sarishti shamit samyukya sarukya katvam apyuta dhyamanam nagrinanti vinamat sevanam janaha.
A pure devotee does not accept any kind of liberation, salokya, sarsti, sampya, sarupya, or atma, even though they are offered by the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Sa eva bhakti yogakya atyantika udaritaha ena tivrajya trigunam matbhava yupapadyate.
By attaining the highest platform of devotional service, as I have explained, one can overcome the influence of the three modes of material nature and be situated in the transcendental stage, as is the Lord.
Nishevitena nimitena svatarmena mahiyasya kriya yogena shastena natihimshena nityashaha. Hare Krishna.
A devotee must execute his prescribed duties, which are glorious, without material profit, without excessive violence. One should regularly perform one's devotional activities. Hare Krishna, thank you for opportunity. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Hitesh Prabhu and Panchali Mataji. Panchali Mataji is in India, and despite that, it's midnight there. And yes, she has offered to recite today. Thank you, Panchali Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much for the beautiful recitations. Really, really nice. Thank you. So, dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. I wonder whether Srilalita Susevini Mataji has joined the session because I can't see her name in the participants list.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Oh, you are there, Hari Bol.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, Mataji.
I think it's, sorry Mataji, I think then I didn't change the name. It's Tree of the Ocean.
Oh, I see. I was wondering actually. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for joining, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji, for facilitating the session. And Panchali Mataji and Hitesh Prabhu for Sanskrit and English recitations. Thank you so much. Wanted to mention everyone, I'm sure everyone knows, but just also wanted to mention that this month is very, very special. It's Purushottam month. Lord Purushottam is none other than Jagannath, another name. And he's the Uttam, he's the best of all Purushas, as we know. And we also know from the scriptures that Krishna is the only Purush actually. Sometimes we say that feminism, or I'm male, I'm female, female should do that, male should do that. But actually Krishna is the real male and real Purush, and we all are Prakriti, we all are females, and we are all his part and parcels. So Purushottam, let's praise Lord Purushottam. And in this month especially, we should read chapter 15 of Bhagavad Gita and Canto 10, chapter 14, Prayers of Brahma of Srimad Bhagavatam. Canto 10 of Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 14. And obviously any reading of scriptures, recitation of verses, and understanding the mood will please Lord 1,000 times more than the usual days, because Purushottam month is said to be even more merciful than Damodar month. We know that Kartik month comes every year, once a year, but Purushottam month only comes once in 3 years, and it's here. It's gonna end on 14th of June. So whatever we can do, offering ghee lamp, reading Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, especially the chapters that I told, and doing spiritual activities will give us more spiritual, will make us more faithful, and help us progress in our devotional practice. So with that, I will share my screen and we will start discussing today's verses from Srimad Bhagavatam, the Granth Raj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयम् उदीरयेत्. शृण्वतां स्वकथा कृष्ण पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तन हृदन्तस्थोय भद्राणि विधुनोति सुहृत्सतां नष्टप्रायेष्व भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवते उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी. कृष्णे स्वधामोपगते धर्मज्ञानादिभिः सह. I forgot. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishnapreshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyate Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Let me share my screen. Okay. Please let me know when you can see. Okay. All right. Mataji, can you confirm that you can see the screen?
Yes, Mataji.
Thank you. So, Canto 3, Status Quo, Chapter 29. So, we can see that Canto 3 has 33 chapters, and we have already gone through Vidura's conversation with Maitreya, and Brahma's prayer for creative energy, appearance of Lord Vraha, pregnancy of Diti, and then Jaya Vijaya's pastime. We have also gone through conversation between Manu and Kardama Muni, and then whatever pastime that happened. Then we have now we have reached where Kapil Muni, Lord Kapil has descended, has appeared, I would say, and now he's glorifying devotional service, importance of devotional service under Shankya philosophy. And in chapter 29, chapter 28, 29 is the explanation of devotional service by Lord Kapila. So we're approaching the crux of Shankya philosophy, and that is devotional service. So let's see chapter 29.
Hare Krishna Mataji, could you please expand the screen or maximize the screen, please?
Okay.
Thank you so much.
I don't know if that's possible, but you won't be able to see the, it will be half pages only then.
Oh, I see.
Let me, is it small?
Yes, it's long and narrow.
Okay, because I'm using my phone, Mataji. My laptop is not working.
Oh, I
There's an
see.
issue with my laptop. Yeah.
Let me see if Jyoti Mataji could share the screen. Jyoti
Okay.
Mataji, would it be possible, please?
Yes, if any of the Matajis, anyone can share, that would
Yes.
be easy for everyone to see.
Yes, because we need to be the host, you see, or co-host. Only then we can share.
Okay, okay. Jyoti Mataji, are you, is it possible?
Yes, Mataji, Hare Krishna. Mataji, you just have to tilt your phone and it will become bigger.
Okay, let me see.
Because I'm using
Yes,
my
that-
phone and it's going to be the same.
Okay, okay. How is it now?
Yes. Oh, yes, it's much better. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Okay.
Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Jyoti Mataji.
Hare
Thank you
Krishna.
so much. Okay. So, verses 11 and 12. Before, what I usually like doing is to go through all the verses that we have read before. It's only verse 11 that we've come so far. So, just let's read it and then recite the verses 11, 12, 13 for today. Devahuti inquired, "My dear Lord, you have already very significantly described the symptoms of total material nature and the characteristics of spirit according to Shankya system of philosophy. Now I shall request you to explain the path of devotional service, which is the ultimate end of all philosophical systems." So in this chapter, actually in previous chapters, Kapil Muni was explaining the fundamentals. Like he was explaining material nature, modes of material nature, how is it formed, how it interacts, what is Mahat Tattva, all these intricate explanation details he was explaining about material nature, which is also in Bhagavad Gita. Three modes of material nature, nature, consciousness, and enjoyer, that these chapters of Bhagavad Gita, chapter 14 and chapter 15 of Bhagavad Gita. So here it is expanded by Kapil Muni. And then this chapter particularly comes about a devotional service because Devahuti is requesting. Devahuti continued, "My dear Lord, please also describe in detail, both for me and for people in general, the continual process of birth and death. For by hearing of such calamities, we may become detached from the activities of this material world." This is so interesting that we keep seeing people dying. Keep seeing so much suffering in the world, and then we actually mourn about it. Oh no, that so and so person has passed away. So and such war is happening, but then after few days we just forget that something happened and we take it very normally, and we forget that it is our turn also gonna come. We will also go through it, and this is temporary. And just before leaving the body, and there is a whole story that comes in front of our eyes. Krishna arranges it that we can see the whole life in front of us, from the beginning. And We can see what bad activities or mistakes we made, what good activities we did. Everything flashes, and then that time a person realizes, oh my god, I haven't done any bhakti. I wish by mistake, I wish unintentionally I would have joined Harinam or heard Krishna's name. I wish my family, when they were talking to me about Krishna or asking me to chant, I would have listened to them. So but that time is too late. There is a verse in Bhagavatam 2 point in Canto 2. We all have already read that. Canto 2, chapter 3, verse 17. It's very beautiful. If you want to go back and read it, it says, Ayur hariti vaipumsam udhyananstam chayananaso tasyarte yat shanonita uttam shloka vartaya, which means both by rising and by setting, the sun decreases the duration of life of everyone, except for those who utilize the time by discussing topics of the all good Supreme Personality of Godhead. Everyone forgets that we celebrate our birthdays every day. Every year. And we say happy birthday, and we become so happy about it, but we forget that this is actually one step closer, and death is coming. We are approaching that. We forget that. But those people who are actually involved and associated with the Lord, his activities, his services, they actually treat birthday and even death as a celebration, because they are coming close to meeting their Lord Supreme, and it is actually a celebration for them rather than something scary to go through. So this is how devotees see death as. They're not scared of that also. So Devhuti want all of us to actually again go through all these details or and the process of birth, death, old age, and hear about it so that our eyes open. Just like when someone dies in near us, and we talk about philosophy, scriptures, we read Garud Puran, we read scriptures. In the same way, Devhuti say asking Kapil Muni, please can you remind it? I want to hear. Please also describe eternal time, which is the representation of your form and by whose influence people in general engage in performance of pious activities. Time in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, He is time. He is eternal time also. He is time, and which is representation of you. And by whose influence people in general engage in performance of pious activities, because people know that they want they have limited time, so some people want to utilize the time in doing pious activities so that next life they get whatever they haven't received in this life, they can receive that in the next life. But that is also entanglement, because they'll have to come back to enjoy. But the devotee doesn't want that. Devotee knows that this is all going to entangle me, so they offer everything to Krishna, do everything for Krishna, charity also for Krishna. My dear Lord, you are just like the sun, for you illuminate the darkness of conditioned life of the living entities. Because their eyes of knowledge are not open, you are sleeping eternally. They are sleeping eternally in the darkness without your shelter, and therefore they are falsely engaged by the actions and reactions of their material activities, and they appear to be very fatigued. So it's just like a rust on there was an exam analogy about it. Yes, a magnet. So a magnet will only attract iron when there is no rust on iron. Usually what happens when there is rust on iron, if you bring magnet near it, it will not attract. In the same way, Krishna is the magnet and we are the iron, and the iron is and we are usually illusioned by this coating of envy, greed, lust, desires. So many things are actually covering our eyes, covering our spiritual vision. We are not able to see that we have all these anarthas within us, and these problems, actually these qualities within us, they stop us from getting attracted or from getting closer to Krishna. The moment that rust from the iron and these material qualities of lust, envy, greed, anger, all these anarthas, they come off by hearing and chanting and associating with devotees. Then the magnet and the iron and the magnet get attracted, and they come closer to each other. So like that. Shri Maitreya said, O best among the Kurus, the great sage Kapila, moved by great compassion and pleased by the words of his glorious mother, spoke as follows. Now, Lord is saying, Lord Kapila, the personality of God, had replied, O noble lady, there are multifarious paths of devotional service in terms of the different qualities of the executor. So there are different multifarious paths of devotional service in terms of different qualities of executors. So we know that different type of people come to Krishna for different needs. Someone comes to gain knowledge. Someone comes to just out of curiosity. Someone comes for material desire, something materially they want, money we can say, or someone is distressed. So these different type of people come to Krishna. 4 type of people usually mentioned. But doesn't matter what is the reason for us to come to devotional service. Gradually the purification happens, and the process of watering the seed, the process of watering through chanting and hearing, regular association, taking prasadam, all these activities actually help us, especially chanting. It help us in purifying our consciousness, and even the desires become purified. We no longer desire for the reasons why we came to Krishna. They become purified. So Krishna says there is no loss in this endeavor. Whatever your past samskaras were, they will gradually, just like a fan, when a fan is running, is on, and we stop the fan, what happens, it still moves, and it still the fan is still on, and it slowly, gradually it stops. It doesn't stop abruptly. So in the same way, the samskaras that we have from our past activities in this life, we must have done many sinful activities, but as soon as we come to devotional service to Krishna, we gradually start forgetting them. Devotional service executed by a person who is envious, proud, violent, and angry, and who is a separatist, is considered to be in the mode of darkness. So even devotional service is in three modes. Everything is in the three modes of material nature. Your faith is in three modes. The kind of charity we do, that is in three modes. Then bhakti is also in three modes. Everything is in three modes. Food is in three modes. The music that we hear, that is also of three types, three modes. The devotional service also, it could be in passion, it could be in ignorance, and it could be in goodness. So devotional service, which we have to check for ourselves. We have to see within ourselves, where am I at? If I'm chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, but still I have envy towards other, why this person is doing more, why they have done more service than me, why they have been given this position, why I'm not flourishing but they are flourishing, that is there envy. Then proud is there, oh look, I am doing so much, and there this person is not even this, just a beginner, what will he do? Look at me, I've done for so many years. That is devotional service in darkness, in mode of ignorance. And we in devotional service is in mode of ignorance. So the mode and the intention will justify, will describe where we are at in our devotional service, and Krishna will not accept us with all these qualities. Violence and anger towards other, being disrespectful, there's so many things. These are considered mode of darkness. The worship of deities in the temple by a separatist with the motive for material enjoyment, fame, and opulence in devotion is devotion in mode of passion. So people come to the temple for various reasons. We see they come, sometimes it becomes like a business. Okay, I'm offering you so and so much. Now please, Krishna, can you arrange so and so for me, because I've done this. So heart is saying that. Outwardly, we superficially will not accept. We'll say, oh no, this is, I love Krishna, this is just out of love. But somewhere there is intention to gain something, because I'm doing something for him. So that is mode of passion also. And it's hard to raise ourselves to good, it's hard to completely clear all these off or become free from all these immediately. We all, now no one is perfect, but we should keep a check. We are the first teacher for ourselves also. We can check for ourselves, what am I doing? Something should click in our hearts that no, this is not the right mood. So that is in the mode of passion, for fame, for opulence, doing service for fame, for opulence, enjoyment, material enjoyment, coming to Krishna for and asking for stuff. That is a mode of passion. When a devotee worships the Supreme Lord, Supreme Personality of Godhead, and offers the result of his activities in order to free himself from the abilities of fruitive activities, his devotion is in the mode of goodness. Now, because here this devotee is offering everything to Krishna, whatever he is doing, his earning, his job, doesn't matter what is his material job also, doesn't matter. Even if someone is, there is a Mataji who works for in she has to work in a company where wine and these things are I think produced, something like that. She's not dealing with it directly, but she's working in some kind, similar kind of company. But she's a devotee. She's devoted to Krishna. She's worshiping her deity. She's chants 16 rounds. She follows everything very nicely. And whatever Lakshmi, in such cases, whatever Lakshmi we get from such work, we can offer that to Krishna. And that in that way, it gets purified. If there is no other way to do anything else, then our Lakshmi, the money we are collecting from that kind of work, should be offered to Krishna in some service. So that is mode of goodness only, because the intention, it is not for ourselves. We are not doing it for ourselves. We're doing it for Lord and offering it to Lord. Then the verses for today. मद्गुणश्रुतिमात्रेण मयि सर्वगुह्याशये मनोगतेरविच्छिन्ना यथा गङ्गाम्बसोम पुदौ लक्षणं भक्तियोगस्य निर्गुणस्य ह्य उदाहृतम् अहेतुक्य अव्यवहिता या भक्ति पुरुषोत्तमे. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The manifestation of unadulterated devotional service is exhibited when one's mind is at once attracted to hearing the transcendental name and qualities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is residing in everyone's heart. Just as the water of Ganges flows naturally down towards the ocean, such devotional ecstasy, uninterrupted by any material condition, flows towards the Supreme Lord. Purport. Would anyone like to read?
Can I read, Mataji, please?
Yes, Mataji, thank you.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. The basic principle of this unadulterated, pure devotional service is love of Godhead. Mat Guna Shruti Matrena means just after hearing about the transcendental qualities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. These qualities are called Nirguna. The Supreme Lord is uncontaminated by the modes of material nature. Therefore, he is attractive to the pure devotee. There is no need to practice meditation to attain such attraction. The pure devotee is already in transcendental stage, and the affinity between him and the Supreme Personality of Godhead is natural and is compared to the Ganges water flowing towards the sea. The flow of the
Sorry, Mataji.
No problem. The flow of the Ganges water cannot be stopped by any condition. Similarly, a pure devotee's attraction for the transcendental name, form, and pastimes of the Supreme Godhead cannot be stopped by any material condition. The word avichinna, without interruptions, is very important in this connection. No material condition can stop the flow of the devotional service of a pure devotee. The word ahetuki means without reason. A pure devotee does not render loving service to the personality of Godhead for any cause or for any benefit, material or spiritual. This is the first symptoms of unalloyed devotion. Anabhilashita shunyam. He has no desire to fulfill by rendering devotional service. Such devotional service is meant for the Purushottam, the Supreme Personality, and not for anyone else. Sometimes pseudo devotees show devotion to many demigods, thinking the form of the demigods to be the same as the Supreme Personality of Godhead's form. It is specifically mentioned herein, however, that bhakti, devotional service, is meant only for the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayan, Vishnu, or Krishna, not for anyone else.
Thank you, Mataji.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Any other devotee wants to read?
Can I, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji.
Avyavahita means without cessation. A pure devotee must engage in the service of the Lord 24 hours a day, without cessation. His life is so molded that at every minute and every second, he engages in some sort of devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Another meaning of the word Avyavahita means that the interest of the devotee and the interest of the Supreme Lord are on the same level. The devotee has no interest but to fulfill the transcendental desire of the Supreme Lord. Such spontaneous service unto the Supreme Lord is transcendental and is never contaminated by the material modes of nature. These are the symptoms of pure devotional service, which is free from all contamination of material nature. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So next verse is 13. Salokya sarishti samipya sarupyektavam apyuta diyamanam na gruhnanti vina matsevanam janaha. Translation. A pure devotee does not accept any kind of liberation, salokya, sarishti, samipya, sarupya, or egatva, even though they are offered by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, we have quite a long purport. Any volunteers?
May I please, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Lord Chaitanya teaches us how to execute pure devotional service out of spontaneous love for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In the Sikshastaka, he prays to the Lord, O Lord, I do not wish to gain from you any wealth, nor do I wish to have a beautiful wife, nor do I wish to have many followers. All I want from you is that in life after life, I may remain a pure devotee at your lotus feet. There is a similarity between the prayers of Lord Chaitanya and the statements of Srimad Bhagavatam. Lord Chaitanya prays in life after life, indicating that a devotee does not even desire the cessation of birth and death. The yogis and empiric philosophers desire cessation of the process of birth and death, but a devotee is satisfied even to remain in this material world and execute devotional service. Shall I continue?
Yes, Mataji.
Thank you. It is clearly stated herein that a pure devotee does not desire ekattva, oneness with the Supreme Lord, as desired by the impersonalists, the mental speculators, and the meditators. To become one with the Supreme Lord is beyond the dream of a pure devotee. Sometimes he may accept promotion to the Vaikuntha planets to serve the Lord there, but he will never accept merging into the Brahman effulgence, which he considers worse than hellish. Such ekattva, or merging into the effulgence of the Supreme Lord, is called kaivalya. But the happiness derived from kaivalya is considered by the pure devotee to be hellish. The devotee is so fond of rendering service to the Supreme Lord that the 5 kinds of liberation are not important to him. If one is engaged in pure transcendental loving service to the Lord, it is understood that he has already achieved the 5 kinds of liberation. When a devotee is promoted to the spiritual world, Vaikuntha, he receives 4 kinds of facilities. One of these is Salokya, living on the same planet as the Supreme Personality. The Supreme Person, in his different plenary expansions, lives in innumerable Vaikuntha planets, and the chief planet is Krishna Loka. Just as within the material universe, the chief planet is the sun, in the spiritual world, the chief planet is Krishna Loka. From Krishna Loka, the bodily effulgence of Lord Krishna is distributed not only to the spiritual world, but to the material world as well. It is covered by matter, however, in the material world. In the spiritual world, there are innumerable Vaikuntha planets, and on each one, the Lord is the predominating deity. A devotee can be promoted to one such Vaikuntha planet to live with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In Sashti liberation, the opulence of the devotee is equal to the opulence of the Supreme Lord. Samipya means to be a personal associate of the Supreme Lord. In Sarupya, liberation, the bodily features of the devotee are exactly like those of the Supreme Person, but for 2 or 3 symptoms found exclusively on the transcendental body of the Lord. Srivatsa, for example, the hair on the chest of the Lord particularly distinguishes him from his devotees. A pure devotee does not accept these 5 kinds of spiritual existence, even if they are offered, and he certainly does not hanker after material benefits, which are all insignificant in comparison with spiritual benefits. When Prahlad Maharaj was offered some material benefit, he stated, "My Lord, I have seen that my father achieved all kinds of material benefits, and even the demigods were afraid of his opulence. But still, in a second, you have finished his life and all his material prosperity." For a devotee, there is no question of desiring any material or spiritual prosperity. He simply aspires to serve the Lord. That is his highest happiness. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you. Thank you all, Matajis, for beautifully reciting. Very nice verses and a reminder for all of us. So, Hare Krishna, I want to do a little prayer to our gurus. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivas. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. So, yes, so we can see here in this verse 11 and 12, what is Kapil Muni saying very beautifully, that the manifestation of adulterated devotional service is exhibited when one's mind is at once attracted to hearing the transcendental name and qualities of Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is residing in everyone's heart. Unadulterated devotional service, there is no mixture, there is no want of getting something other than Krishna. It's so beautiful examples given by Prabhupada in the purport, that for example, one analogy is like, if a child, he's in separation with the mother, he can't find his mother, because this is how the children's nature is. They'll run here and there, then they'll get lost somewhere. The mother is somewhere else, the child is somewhere else. And when someone asks the child that, I will give you ice cream, I'll give you a lot of ice creams, lot of chocolates, lots of so and so, I will let's play there, let's go there, the child will still cry and he'll still say, I don't want that, I'm not happy with all of this, I want my mother, where is my mother, I'm missing her. So that is the condition of a pure devotee. You'd give them all kind of material benedictions, or whatever, there is opulences, they will reject that, because they want the mother, they want the father, they want the creator, they want their lover, who is Krishna. So it's just like that. Their mind is so fixed. Just as the water of the Ganges flows naturally down towards the ocean, such devotional ecstasy, uninterrupted by any material condition, flows towards the Supreme Lord. So the quality of devotional service is told. And why again and again these verses come in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Nectar of Devotion, Nectar of Instruction, all the scriptures says again the same thing. If you would have noticed, it tells us about the nature of material nature, how material nature is. Like, it will distract us, it will distract our mind, we will think about all the other things but not the Lord, who is permanent, who is waiting for us, who is our eternal father. And we actually get distracted with so many allurements around us, with so many things around us, we get distracted. And the bhakti also, the quality of bhakti is also always get affected. So again and again in these verses, it's been reminded to us that this is how our bhakti should be, without any unadulterated devotional service and uninterrupted devotional service by any kind of challenges. No matter what challenges come in life, no matter what we are going through, we should just think that this is something related to my own deeds, and Lord has just given me a little bit of what I was actually deserving. And this is how a devotee's attitude is, and that pleases the Lord even more. Look, my devotee is not blaming or not, look his attitude. This is ideal devotee. And then such devotees' names are, we will see in Bhagavatam and scriptures. Krishna glorifies them even more. And actually Krishna creates such situation in devotees' lives, his pure devotees' lives, so that others can learn. And he rewards those devotees then by, their names are on everywhere in all the scriptures. They have been given a special planet. So that is the position of devotees in eyes of Krishna. So um, the Supreme Lord is uncontaminated by the material modes of nature. Therefore, he is attractive to pure devotee. Why he's attractive? Because he's not these three modes. He's not controlled by these modes. He's above that, and we all know this from the Bhagavad Gita also. Ahetu keyword here means without reason. A pure devotee does not render loving service to the Lord for any cause or for any benefit, material or spiritual. This is a pure devotee's quality. And why these pure devotees are always mentioned? Because we have to see them as our ideal. This is our aim. This is what we want to become, a pure devotee. And we are in this school, this institution, ISKCON, where this teaching of Bhakti Yoga, how to become pure devotee, is explained through the verses of Srimad Bhagavatam and examples of real devotees. Another thing is, we all know what is the last instruction of Bhagavad Gita. What is the instruction of Bhagavad Gita? And the main instruction of Bhagavad Gita that Krishna has given actually to Arjuna. I'm sure everyone knows that.
Mataji sarva dharma parityaji mamitam sharanam vraja aham tam sarva papebhyo mokshishami ma sucha.
Yes, Mataji. And what is the instruction? What is behind? What is the motive of what is Krishna saying?
Krishna is saying, Arjun, just surrender unto me, and I shall deliver you from all your sinful reactions, and do not fear. He's giving Lord Krishna is giving such instructions to all of us through Arjun that we need to surrender fully. And Prabhupada do explain in his lectures that surrender, like true surrender, what is the meaning of like surrender fully? That means we don't repeat those mistakes again which we have done. Then that is the surrender. Then we have that knowledge from Prabhupada. He's actually making us all understand surrender doesn't mean just like I say, oh, I surrendered onto you. Like, let's say, oh, I'm praying and I'm saying, I'm surrendering onto you, Krishna. No, but I have to be very mindful and very conscious, fully conscious about that if I'm surrendering, that I have to, I have to work hard on myself as well for those things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hare Krishna.
And do some tapasya. Thank you, Mataji. Very well explained. And there another thing that is mentioned is the first step of surrendering. The first step of surrendering is, you've already explained that, but Prabhupada has specifically said, which is also described by acharyas, the first step of surrendering is to accept what is favorable for devotional service and to reject what is unfavorable for devotional service, which means accept. But we have to be very careful with this statement. It doesn't mean that if someone's partner is not practicing, that you reject the partner and you take divorce and you are not practicing, I want to leave you. No, that is our dharma. Then that is already manifested. This is from the previous life, that whatever we are getting, it's manifested in this life. But whatever we've got now, how to use our free will, not to choose wrong things again. What we have, we can't change that. But how to use that in service and not intentionally start doing sinful activities. That is what it means by accepting what is favorable and rejecting what is unfavorable for devotional service. So that is the first step of surrendering. And here, the reason why I had to mention it here is that something I saw here. The first symptom of unalloyed devotion. Also, anyabhilashita shunyam jnanava mam prapadyate. Anyabhilashita shunyam, which means he has no desire to fulfill by rendering devotional service. such devotional service is meant for the Purushottam, we know, Supreme Personality of Godhead. Also, Prabhupada very nicely explained that bhakti is only for Narayana, bhakti is only for Vishnu, Krishna. He is to be seen as a Bhagavan because he is Bhagavan. Others are, we respect them, obviously they are above us, they are devotees, they are servants of Krishna and above us also. So we bow down to them, we respect them, demigods, we respect them because they are helping Krishna in serving Krishna, and they've been given this big responsibilities to run different aspects of material nature. But we should not offer our bhakti devotion to them because they're also some because bhakti is actually meant for Narayan only, Vishnu, Krishna, Narayana. Specifically mentioned herein, however, that bhakti devotional service is meant for Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayana, Krishna, Vishnu, not for anyone else. Because then whatever we do for anyone else is not actually pure love. That is business. That is just for some material gain or something that some demigod gave to us, and then we want to be glorify them. So that is just kind of that is not a pure love. And engage in Lord's devotional service 24 hours a day, which is very much possible actually if we see everything around us as Krishna's property, if we see every person around us as not our enemy but as a part and parcel of Lord, as our friend. But then one thing comes here. Someone would say that how can then shall I treat people around us who are misbehaving with me in the same way? So the answer to this is that we if we see a tiger and if we see a devotee, both have souls, both have super soul, both are part and parcel of Krishna. But with the devotee or with the tiger, we will not hug a tiger, right? We will not go and hug a tiger that, oh, you're a part and parcel of Krishna. The behavior, there has to be respect for the tiger also, but the behavior, the way we deal with his body, because he's in a tiger's body at the moment. A male sees a female, the male and female cannot behave the same way as a male and male behave, because they will have to see that this is the female. The body is different at the moment. However, the soul is same. Soul is at the same platform. There is a super soul in every living being, but our dealings with everyone should be based, should be linked to their role currently, which role they are playing. So our behavior, but obviously again very respectful and respecting everyone as part and parcel of Krishna. So everything has to be seen very carefully, like the instruction, the scriptures, we have to decode the instructions. We don't have to take them without understanding, and applying them without proper understanding can be dangerous. So that's why it is important to read them, read these instructions under a and Krishna actually gives intelligence to understand. Otherwise, we'll take everything another way and we'll start following them in a wrong way. So, yeah. Next words is very interesting. Actually, I don't know what time is it. Mataji, is it what? I can't see time on my phone.
It's 20:41, Mataji.
Okay, so very quickly, because we're almost coming to an end, but this verse was very important actually. One of my favorite verses: Salokya sarishti samipya sarupya tavam apyata diya manam na grihnanti vihamat sevanam janaha, which means a devotee, pure devotee, doesn't accept any kind of liberation. There are 5 kinds of liberation. You can see Salokya, which means living in the same loka, same planet as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. What is Sarishti? Sarishti? Anyone? We just read that. Opulence, same opulence as Supreme Personality of Godhead. Like all the opulence, we get same opulence. Samipya. What is Samipya? Samipya is living in close proximity with the Lord, just like pure devotees of the Lord. They are associates of the Lord. They live with the Lord. Then Sarupya means Roop, having same form as the Lord. So here is the question for you, that when do you see that someone gets the same form as Lord? What does it mean, same form as Lord? And how do we differentiate if we get same form if I get the same form as Lord, then how would you know that I am not, who is the original Vishnu and original Krishna? How would you differentiate? If because there are people or devotees who are very um, great devotees actually, and they get bodily features similar to Vishnu, Lord Vishnu, four arms, same beautiful eyes, and same form, so completely same form. But there is one difference, and that difference is was mentioned in the purport, if you were careful. So there is a mark on Krishna's chest. What is that mark called?
Shrivastava.
Yes.
Shrivastava.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank
So I wanted to show you Srivastava mark that is only present in Lord Vishnu's chest. No other forms. Like if I get Lord Vishnu's form, I will not have that um, mark on my chest. So that is only present in Vishnu's chest. So yeah, and ekatva, sarupya, or ekatva means being merging in the Brahma Jyoti, which is effulgence of Krishna's body, which looks like impersonal form of Krishna. So that is very dangerous. It is mentioned in the purport also by Prabhupada that it's better to become an atheist than to become impersonal. And there are so many lectures associated with the impersonalism, and Prabhupada is trying to refute that. Please don't become an impersonalist. Yeah, so can you give some examples, few quick examples of those devotees who have rejected liberation when it was offered to them? Bhagavatam mentions such beautiful stories when these devotees, they were given liberation because Krishna was so pleased that he wanted to give them so much. He was so pleased, and he knew that people need liberation or material. 2-3 things that people ask Krishna is, so materialists will ask for material gains. Gyanis will ask for liberation, that let me maybe merge into Krishna or liberate me from this material world. And devotees, they never ask for liberation, they ask for Krishna. They don't ask for sunshine, they ask for the sun planet itself, which is the source of sunshine. Right? So which devotees are there who have rejected? It was mentioned in the purport also. Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj, when he got darshan of our Lord Narsimadev. Narsimadev asked him for benediction, liberation. What do you want? But he rejected. He is mentioned here, my dear Lord, I don't need any liberation. He rejected that. I just wanted Lord's association. Then Dhruv Maharaj, what was the reason why he left home and went to the forest? He wanted a bigger kingdom than his father himself. That was his ego at that time. I want a bigger kingdom, great kingdom, which would be more flourishing than my father. That was the reason why he went to the forest and started meditating on the Lord. But Lord was so pleased with him in such a way. At a young age, he's gone and doing bhakti, and so determined that when Lord appeared in front of him, he forgot what he was actually desiring for. All his material desire, they were removed, and he got purified. And he said he doesn't want anything, he just want Lord's lotus feet. Then we have Sudama. Sudama, what did he offer Krishna? He was so much devoted to Lord Krishna, so much love he had in his heart, that he was so poor, but he went to Krishna's kingdom, and then he took what, chipped rice to offer Krishna. That was all he had. And Krishna was so pleased with his devotion and intention that he gave him everything that he didn't have. Although Sudama didn't ask for it. Sudama didn't say, give me house, give me this, give me that, I'm very poor. No. He just wanted to meet Krishna. And Krishna was so pleased that he gave him everything. So like that, we should not ask Krishna to give us something, because he knows what we deserve. He knows what is good for us, for our spiritual growth, and should just accept everything as his mercy. Never ever complain. How will it look like to Krishna when we go to the temple and keep asking for stuff? things, and he'll be like, "These show me something else." Everyone is just coming and crying and about their material problems. Is there any person here who knows the real treasure? What are they asking for? Some temporary things. So we should see our intentions. Like, what are we asking for from God, from Supreme Personality of Godhead? So devotees are so pure. They don't ask any of these liberation, these 5 kind of liberation. They just want association of the Lord. So with that, I will stop sharing my screen. I don't know if that's possible. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Mataji and Prabhuji. Any question, realization, reflection, or you want to add something?
Beautiful class, Mataji. Really, really nice. You are so knowledgeable, Mataji, spiritually knowledgeable. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And not forgetting during this month to sing the Charastakam bhajan as well. That's important as well, isn't it?
Yes, Mataji. Charashtakam and Yugalashtakam.
Yes.
Both beautiful bhajans.
Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you.
All glories to Prabhupada. So with that, hopefully we will join again and read these beautiful pastimes of the Lord. There are so many beautiful Ekadashis are also fall into this month. So one of the Ekadashi has already passed. The other one, I don't know if it will fall under within these 14 days that we have. I think so. Yes, it will. So please try to utilize and try to please Lord. This Ekadashi will be more special because it's falling in Purushottam, which is coming after 3 years. So there's so many stories about these Ekadashi that falls in Purushottam month. That some of the devotees did. It is mentioned to Yudhishthir Maharaj by Krishna himself, like, do this Ekadashi because some of the devotees did some offenses or something like that, and they also got rid of their offenses and became pure. So please, if you have a desire to please Krishna, follow the vows of Purushottam month, and if you're not able to do, then at least Ekadashi, something pleasing to Krishna, even hearing and reading scriptures. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you for joining.
Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Anantakoti Vaishnavrinda ki jai. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. All glories, all glories, all glories.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhu Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
Hare
you.
Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.